Yeah, so these deer, man, they run my neighborhood. This one thought it was gonna slip through the backyard and maybe eat on my blueberries or something without getting caught. Look at it trying to play it off. I see you. I see you. But anyway, so another part of my workout these days is lunges, and I've mentioned this before. Usually I try to do them, uh, you know, on the track, a nearby high school track. But I don't always have opportunity to do that. Excuse me. So I do them at home sometimes. Lunges are a great leg exercise. Between squats and lunges, I think that lunges are probably superior. And that's because even though squats have more popularity, lunges probably exercise the musculature of your legs a little better. Lunges tend to hit the hamstrings and the glutes a lot more. And in my opinion, they also probably get in some calf a little bit more than squats do as well. Um, but anyhow, the only thing about lunges is that you have to be real careful because of the kind of stress that they can put on the knees. I avoid this mostly by taking a big step um, so that my knee is not traveling, past the front of my foot. Some people say that doesn't really matter as much, but I know for me, it makes some difference. But making sure that knee doesn't travel past the foot, making sure I plant that foot, that forward foot with the heel on the ground, and keeping my back upright. But it's great for quads, great for hamstrings, great for glutes. Um, and especially if I haven't done lunges in a couple of weeks, then when I go back to do them, then I get sore immediately, especially in the glutes and a little bit in the quads as well. Again, squats are good too. It's just that I think that lunges are better, especially when it comes to body weight exercise. Lunges, lunges are um, kind of more like a single leg exercise where you put more stress on one leg, so therefore you tend to not necessarily need to add weight as much with lunges versus squats. Squats tend to be pretty easy because you're using both legs at the same time. Now you see here I'm doing like alternating legs, whereas most of the time I do lunges, I do them like the traveling lunges where you're literally walking. Um, and I'm just doing that now because of my limited space, because I keep on having to turn around to make the lunge, to keep the lunges going. Now, I started off with doing sets of 20, that's like 10 with each leg, but it's not enough for me now. So, like, really, I need to do like about 40 each set. That's 20 for each leg, so that I can really kind of start to feel the tension because it's one of those things about exercise that most people don't really like. Just kind of starting to feel the tiredness, feeling the tension in the muscles, the tightness and whatnot. But that's part of like the indicator that what you're doing is actually working. And so you kind of have to like learn to like it or at least to tolerate it, because it means that your stuff is working. Not pain, not joint pain or anything like that, but just that tension, that burning that you kind of start to feel. But anyway, so that's why I'm doing those. Another thing I could have done is step backwards into the lunge, and maybe I'll do that next time. The main thing is getting 100 total lunges or 50 per leg. And I may actually increase these pretty soon too, because that for me amounts to, you know, if I break it up into sets, like 2 or 3 sets. When I do it on the track, I try to do it all in one fell swoop. And that's a major burn, major leg burn. Um, but because I've been doing them kind of for a while, it might be time to increase. So we'll see. The main thing is, I will say this though. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of switching my workouts all the time. I don't think that's necessary anymore at this point in my fitness journey. The main thing is like really maximizing the routine, doing it, for 2 months, maybe even more until you really juice the workout for whatever it's worth. Okay. Hope this helps you.